Good morning. It's just gone 8 o'clock. I'm just rejoining the coast path at Babbacombe. Today's plan is, I think it's going to be about 21 miles again. This could be a fourth down the trot, 20 miles. To get to Budleigh Salterton. I had a look last night. There's only one campsite. And it's about 2.5 miles, 2 miles inland. So I'm not going that far in. But it looks like there's some fairly flat cliffs around there. So I'm going to try and find a spot around there, and the cliffs around there are bad, so I'm not going anywhere near the cliff edge. There are so many paths going off everywhere. Fortunately, this one's got a sign, but I've got to a few junctions like this, and there's no sign. And I'm thinking, right, which one of these 4 or 5 paths am I taking? I've already had to double back once. And one thing you learn about the coast path is that the coast path isn't always the clearest one. You can't think it is. Sometimes the coast path is the overgrown path, and the big clear path is that takes you to a car park or something, or back to the suburbs. I've strayed off the coast path again. I don't even know where I went wrong. It's in those woods. I just bumped into a lady walking her dog, and she goes, "Oh, where are you off to today?" And I start, "I'm just walking the coast path. I get to Exmouth and decide from there, really." And she goes, "Honey, the coast path's 70 yards down there." No. So I've just walked up a big hill for no reason. Now I've got to come down again. But she said if I could follow this road and take the second right, I meet back up with the coast path rather than... Oh, well, now it's jammed with cars down here as well. Rather than go all the way back down the hill, I've just walked up and round. So it's just quicker to go this way. See, I've just come through that little rise and I've just come around the corner, and now I've got this straight away. Oh. I suppose it is an advantage knowing I'm getting the hilly stuff out of the way in the morning. I've got a flatter afternoon on the whole. There's going to be some hills through the towns later on, but better to get it out of the way in the morning. Got about a mile to get into Shaldon now. Looks like we've got some cows to move because I'm not walking up the hill and going around them. Let's hope they don't all get too startled. Moo moos, I'm here, you chill. Well, that went rather smoothly. That's what I like to see. Docile cows and ones without horns on for a change. This is what I mean, it's up another big hill now. Well, about 1.5 miles out of Shaldon. And that cow field I just walked through was huge. You can't see it when you walk through how high the hill is. It was massive. I think that was probably bigger than anything I did yesterday. Oh, that was hard work. And it now looks like we're going all the way down again. Coast path at its best. Oh yeah, we're going all the way down again now. My God, that was a big hill. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we are. We're going all the way back down. Oh, that's lovely. It looks like it's pretty much downhill now into Shaldon. I don't know if you can see the pier there. That's the other side of the estuary we've got to cross. I believe it's called Exmouth. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I will definitely be able to get a cup of tea down there and something to eat. I think at Exmouth you have 2 options. If the weather's good, you just basically walk down the beachfront there along parallel to the train tracks. But when the tide's in and the waves can be crashing over the path, so there is another route over the top of the cliffs, I believe. But I'm going to take the low route because the tide's out. And then I think once you get to that little headland there, you have to head uphill and over the headlands. So at least it looks like we've got a good 2 miles of flat walking, I think, through there. Just coming into Shaldon now. There's Exmouth across the water there. You can see the bridge over there. If you missed the ferry, you can just walk across the bridge. Just got into Exmouth. The ferry runs 10 till 5:30, which it does today. The times vary. It's only £2 to get across. But there was a cafe by the ferry crossing in Shaldon, but it's £7.50 for a bacon roll. So I reckon I can do better over here. So I'm going to try and get some breakfast now in Exmouth, and then I've got at least 2 miles, I think, of nice flat paved walking. I'm just coming to the end of this long walk. And there better be a tunnel here, because otherwise I've got to walk all the way back. I've just come off that long promenade walk by the train line there. I think the reason why there must be two routes, not just for bad weather, but you come to the end of the path and then you go down some steps and you're at beach level. And it does look like on a high tide, I mean sometimes high tides can be higher than others, that will be full of water. So if it's a high tide and you're not sure, you're probably better off not taking that train line route and taking the inland road route, which is where this route now meets up with. Just dropping into Dawlish now. I was just going to point out, it looks like there's a couple of... This one is definitely military, World War II. I wanted this one as well. They've both been just repurposed for seating areas. And that's Dawlish for you. First time in Dawlish. I think I'm in dire need of a cold drink actually, so I can get a cold soft drink round there. Apologies if this video is a bit all talk. Really haven't seen any views all day. I've been kind of socked in by hedgerows or in the woods, so there's nothing to really show you other than just a path ahead and the occasional view like that I do get. Where are we going now? Classic coast path, 2 paths and no sign. I'm going to go this way. No, let's check. I almost just went very wrong there. I just kept barreling on down the promenade here and then realised I should have gone over this footbridge behind me. That could have cost me a lot of time. I'm just coming within sight of the ferry at Starcross now. I don't think I'm going to make this one, I can see it coming in. But I would get the train from Dawlish Warren. It's been a very boring 2 miles. Get the train into Starcross from Dawlish Warren. It's been a very boring 2 mile walk. Just pavement pounding and there's nothing to see. Just across in Exmouth now, I just about made that ferry. It runs 10 past the hour and it's £5 cash only. It takes about 20 minutes to cross and it's an hour each way. So if you get a train from Starcross, you might as well, or Dawlish Warren, you might as well get a train all the way to Exeter and then back to Exmouth. It'd be just as quick. I'm finally back on a trail after maybe about 10 miles of pavement pounding, promenades, roads, cycle tracks. It's good to get a lot of miles done quickly through those areas. So I'm about, I think maybe 15 miles in for the day. Where was maybe 16 miles in now. Because I was going to start filming out of Exmouth, but there's people all around. So I only see I'm about 2 miles out of Exmouth now. Just by a military firing range here and they're firing off some rounds. I can just see Budleigh Salterton in the distance there, but that's one big climb to get to get up there. It looks like it comes in stages. At least when I get to the top it's all downhill. And just outside of Budleigh Salterton it does look relatively flat, so I'm hoping that I might be able to find a camp spot there, because there's no campsites there. There's one about 2 miles out of town, that's it. But this holiday park is enormous, I'm not joking. I've been walking through it for about 15 minutes now and it still goes down up here. Just lovely colours in the gorse there and the pine trees at the end. It's very pretty. I'm about half a mile out of Budleigh Salterton now, so it looks like I should reach my 20 mile, I think 21, 22 again today. That's going to be 4 days in the trot over 20 miles. I think I've only done 2 in all the previous trips before. Just a testament to how flat and easy walking South Devon is. Only a couple of heartbeats really. Kingsweir to Berry Head probably the hardest. And then the walk out of Babbacombe was pretty tough this morning, but other than that it's been quite easy going. But this walk from Exmouth into Budleigh Salterton, far easier than I thought it would be. I'm just leaving Budleigh Salterton there behind me. It's a lovely little place. You just adjust the camera there. Excuse me if I'm a bit out of breath, it's a bit of an uphill walk to get out. But yeah, it's a really nice place. I've just come around the halfway point of the nature reserve outside of Budleigh Salterton. Didn't take long actually, it's a hardcore gravel path, so it's nice easy going. And this one seems to be just a nice hard dirt track. The plan is, once I get back to the coast, to start finding a wild camping spot. And I'm running out of battery on the GoPro, so I'll probably keep it short between here and there. Got a couple of fallback spots that I've seen, but I'm going to push on. It's still probably about 2 hours till it gets dark, and I can just see Exmouth ahead as well, which is nice. Looking forward to getting there. Right, that's me set up for the night. It's 8:40 now, so I'm just going to get the phone on charge, get the camera on charge and turn in for the night. Looking forward to tomorrow, really am. First time back in Exmouth for probably 7 or 8 years now, and it's a place that's dear to my heart. It's just where I remember that when the kids were young and we used to take them down there, and then off to beer and Seaton at the end of the day for a room in a Premier Inn and an all-you-can-eat breakfast. One reason I booked a Premier Inn is because it was the same price as everything else, and I know they're usually quite decent rooms in there, so yeah, I'm quite looking forward to tomorrow, and it being a shorter day as well. Although I can see the hills coming up and there are some beasts coming up, so cue me complaining tomorrow and out of breath and panting. But it's my last full day tomorrow as well, so it's been a good trip on this one. I'm not going to say too much now, I'll round it up when I get there, but yeah, South Devon has won my heart again on the coast path. It's been a good one. And it's like you can see down here, I don't know if it shows, just open paths. So I swallow that. It's just open paths, and we didn't get that through South Cornwall. That's what made South Cornwall just so difficult. So I'm going to sign off tonight and go to bed. Hopefully I'll sleep well tonight. But it's been a good day today. I've enjoyed it despite all the pavement pounding. It's been good fun today. So I will see you for the next video. Thanks for watching.